Howdy, my beautiful Aquarius. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope, honey, for September 2021 until October, getting into October, the spooky season, October 2021, Aquarius. Remember, it does not matter what you identify as when it comes to receiving my readings, darling, whether you identify as he, she, they, them, anything inside that spectrum or outside of that spectrum, Aquarius. It's none of my business, it's no one's business but your own, what you identify as, Aquarius. If these cards are going to resonate with you, they're going to resonate with you regardless, darling. If you find some cards that do, let me know in the comments below how they do, because that's how I keep up with you, Aquarius. Also, if you enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, I would appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, Aquarius, because it does help me out a lot. And keep it in perspective as well, Aquarius. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. These readings are just here to give you some food for thought, perspective to consider, never making the choices in your life, Aquarius. So let's just get into your reading, because y'all's cards are just feeling obstinate, darling. All right, one last card, Four of Swords. All the air signs got Four of Swords in some way or another. No, actually, that's not true. Gemini got Four of Swords a lot, though. So let's get into this. I want to get a general forecast, you know, a vibe check, if you will, Aquarius. See how this energy is going to be for y'all this week, what the energy is going to look like, what it's going to feel like, darling, right? I feel like a weatherman when I do this, when I do the vibe check. It's just like, oh, what's in the forecast, darling? It's going to be 90-something degrees. Or if in Fahrenheit, honey, let me just not. Right now we have the forecast for some of y'all, Aquarius, is love is in the air. I don't like going into that narrative, though, because I feel as if, like, most people who receive my readings don't really, you know, love is not always like the focal point with tarot readings. I promise you, y'all. You know, Two of Cups, it could just be the sense of, one, it could be partnerships and committing to you know, some type of project of some sort, working, you know, it could also be in the sense of working together with somebody, or it could be in the sense of like a deepening of a current connection, right? Or developing a deeper connection with a friendship as well. You know, it could just be a world of things, darling. I almost called you Gemini, Aquarius, so I like this a lot, though. During this week, definitely be paying attention to social connections. Tend to your social connections this week a little bit more, Aquarius, because I do feel as if there's something there that could muster to something fabulous, darling, right? Especially someone you haven't talked to them in a while. Talk to, you know, Aquarius, if there's someone that you haven't talked to in a little bit, but you have, you know, you want to talk to them, but whatever's been holding you back, darling, none of my business for why it's been holding you back, right? Talk to them, reach out to them, because I feel as if it'll look pretty fabulous for you guys. So 3 cards that we have coming out for you initially, though, Aquarius. We have the Strength card, darling, coming in here. Y'all keep getting that Strength card, that Leo energy. We have the Knight of Wands as well, Aquarius, and then that Four of Swords, as I was saying beforehand, darling. So I feel like for you guys, Aquarius, you guys are definitely going to be, you know, I feel like I'm remembering from your previous readings, Aquarius, where I was like kind of chastising you guys and telling y'all, it'd be like, ask for help if you need help, darling. Ask for help if you need help. I kept on talking about like GoFundMe's and all that, because, you know, you might have been dealing with like a lot being put onto your plate, Aquarius, and you just haven't been able to, well, you have been. You are able to manage just fine on your own. But, you know, I feel as if this period of struggle, this period of where it's just like heaviness is going to start lightening up. And it's now that I'm thinking about it now with that Two of Cups here, Aquarius, I'm waiting in the comments below right now for you to type to me and be like, you were right, Velka, you're right. I'm playing, though. Y'all don't be trying to gas me up or feed my ego, because as I always say, ego does not pay the bills, darling, right? But anyways, getting back into this, I'm sorry. I always like to just like, anytime I connect to y'all's energy, Aquarius, I always feel like I can be more playful. Anyways, for you guys, I feel like, you know, during the Strength card with this Four of Swords, I feel as if the things are going to lighten up more. And I'm not no mental health professional. Obviously, look at my content, darling. I'm anything but I'm professionally able to like have breakdowns on the internet. And anyways, you know, I feel like the depression, anxieties, just like the mental psyche baggage that you might have been experiencing for a while, it's coming to an end here. Knight of Wands here. The only thing I do want to say is be careful about making rash decisions or manic decisions. You know, now, Aquarius, I'm always a fan of manic decisions and just like manic energy in general. But that is something I feel like I need to point out as well. when it comes to this initial spread is something that I don't want to say I'm worried about, because I know y'all have yourselves handled, Aquarius, but something just to be aware of during this week, right? Make sure that the decisions that you end up making this week are of sound mind, right? I'm not calling y'all crazy, Aquarius. And actually, you know what? I am calling you crazy. If you're watching this video, you're my kind of people, and I'm absolutely crazy, darling. So just be responsible. Just know what it is that you're doing, darling. But you don't need a man on a computer screen or phone screen to tell you that, right? We have the Seven of Swords here. Yeah, I feel as if that face I was just given. I do feel as if you guys have been just continuously. Some of you Aquariuses didn't really take my advice in terms of asking for help, but many of you guys did. The World card coming in here with the Six of Pentacles coming in here. So it's this interesting, like, this may not make sense to literally any Aquarius, but I feel like this is where the message is trying to take it to, because I'm being shown two individuals. I don't know why I went from people to individuals. Y'all notice that? I was like starting, like, oh no, individuals. I feel as if two individuals, I see two individuals doing a tug of war. Let's get this out, Velka. I'm doing a tug of war. And I feel as if you're on one end, Aquarius, and now, like, as this week progresses, it's like you're making more ground, like you're pulling more of that rope to your side, and you're accomplishing something. My gosh, Aquarius, right? My inability to speak right now. You're accomplishing something. You this tug of war that you're having. While this tug of war is still existing throughout this week, right, Aquarius? I'm not going to tell you guys that it's just going to be sunshines and rainbows, because that's just not my style of reading, darling, and that's just not realistic. But you know, you're going to be making some ground. There's definitely this sense of progression for you in terms of whatever the struggle has been, right? So I like that a lot for you guys. Let's keep it moving though, Aquarius, right? Because I feel like with that tug of war message, there's really not much else to flesh out with that. Let's see what you don't see coming to you guys. Oh, this card wants to come out, so we're splitting it here. We have the Chariot card coming in here for what it is you don't see coming, Aquarius, with the Seven of Cups. Girl. Sevens coming in. If we get another seven, and the World card coming in here. Didn't we just have the World card? Yeah, we did have the World card. So the World card coming in twice. So what you don't see coming is it's making more sense as this analogy of a tug of war happens. You know, as you continue making ground on this. Hopefully my analogy isn't confusing y'all, because I'm going to continue on with it. As you continue making more ground with whatever it is that you're having this initial struggle with, Aquarius, you're going to be left with a choice. Seven of Cups here. It's like and it's going to be one of those things of where, admittedly, I feel like you're gonna have to make it's not one of those things where it's just like you could just sit down and just think about it. And I know it's kind of counterintuitive to what I was just saying beforehand, right? Of where it's just like making sure the decisions you make are not based off of just like manic energy. Make sure it's of sound mind, darling. But just make sure. I do feel like this week something's gonna be coming up where it's just like you have to kind of like make I don't want to say split second decision or something, because I feel like that adds a sense of urgency that is just not necessary. But there is a choice to be had here, Aquarius. There is a choice in how you're going to be approaching things next. So let's get some clarifiers on this. I don't want to use this deck anymore, oddly enough, for y'all. I want to use this one. Can we use this one? Yeah, we're going to use this one. I'm going to use this one for the clarifiers, which I have not done before. I don't know why. Aquarius, y'all's energy, y'all are just getting the VIP treatment, if you call this VIP, I suppose. Ten of Wands clarifying the Chariot card with the Ace of Cups coming in with the Seven of Cups. Ooh, I like how that comes in. And then the Lovers card coming in on the World card. So Aquarius, I know like for many people, they'll see like the Lovers card and they'll be like, they think it's pretty self-explanatory, right? And in some cases it is, but actually the Lovers card, darling, is the most complex card in tarot, in my opinion, because there's just so many ways that this could be approached, right? There's so much meaning jam-packed into the Lover's card. It talks about an important decision. It talks about this sense of like, do you make a decision based off of your heart, or do you make a decision based off of your mind, right? For this sense here, for whoever is resonating with that part, like, you know, there's this consistent message of just like something in regards to your heart with this. So I don't know if this is in regards to like a social situation for some of you Aquariuses, and how you want to handle something. 10 of Wands though, with this Chariot card coming in here, it's really just amplifying this message of whatever it is that you've been having this consistent struggle with, this consistent tug of war battle with, Aquarius. 7 of Cups on this Ace of Cups here. It's giving me very much so this sense of where the choice that is left for you. Now, this is going to be going into intuitive messages, right? I feel as if like the next choice that you end up making for yourself, Aquarius, it's for some reason involves you like... It's like I'm being shown now like you cutting the scissors at the tug of war and just quitting it entirely. Girl. 2 of Wands in the reverse here. So it's like this sense of like pulling back from something. So I feel as if for you guys, and especially with that World card, it's like you're pulling back from some type of cycle in your life and like cutting it off, because it's just bringing baggage. And the Hierophant coming in here, this is like Aquarius, y'all are like cutting off some type of commitment that you had with something. And you know, this is giving me, I'm not even gonna say it's giving me very much so like a job here, because you only have like 1 Pentacles energy. It's very much so some type of connection, I feel like, and that's like kind of like the split second decision that I didn't want to call a split second decision. And the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, Aquarius, I'm really seeing what's in the cards for you guys. It's like, it doesn't really make me happy bringing forward this message, but obviously it's happening regardless. In the sense of where you guys are like cutting off some type of connection. Now, the weird thing, the reason why it's like kind of trippy for me to say this is because it's like, I'm not seeing any type of pain here. I just see heaviness. It feels like some of you guys may have just added too much onto your plate, and you need to lessen your load, because I heard it's not personal. So maybe it's interesting, Aquarius. I really just get this sense here. I don't know if you guys even see this initially coming or what this is. I want to do a couple more. Girl, where is this going? This is a weird reading, Aquarius. 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 4 of Swords again. So it's like you committed to something initially, Aquarius, and then you kind of realize, being like, oh, wait a minute, I don't know if I'm quite ready for this. And then you're having to make the choice of being like I really want to do this, but at this time it's just not the right timing for it, Aquarius. So very interesting message. I feel like that's only going to resonate with a very specific few, because that just turned into like a weird specific narrative. Like, y'all have a weird reading, Aquarius. Let me know what this is resonating with, because I'm really interested in hearing about what this storyline is, darling, Aquarius. So feeding those cards to Miss Aretha Franklin and Barbara Walters, darling. Let's see the good things that are in the works for y'all, Aquarius. Y'all just have some quirky energy this week, darling. All right, we have the 2 of Swords coming in here with the, if you notice me being quiet, I'm still just like taking that in. Page of Cups coming in with the Knight of Swords coming in here as well. So the good things that are coming in the works for you guys. You know, again, with the 2 of Swords, it shares that same message that I was pointing out with the Lover's card, Aquarius. So where it's just like a choice being had, matters of the mind, matters of the heart, right? And then you have the Page of Cups here with that Knight of Swords. So it's like whatever hard decision, it's like it's giving me like a narrative, Aquarius, where it's just like you have to cut something, you have like this desire to like cut something off for now, or like we'll just say putting a pause button on something, Aquarius. And it's through you putting pause on something else, you're making time for you're making space for something else to be coming in here, right? Page of Cups is that sense of like a new energy coming in or a new opportunity coming in. But by also definition, I have to acknowledge, just because it's my job to acknowledge it, by definition, Page of Cups could be talking about the deepening of something else. So, you know, maybe you spread out yourself too thin, and you have to kind of reduce how much access certain individuals have with you, Aquarius, so you can put your energy into this one specific thing. Very Aquarius, y'all's reading it just, it continues on in this weird narrative, right? I'm like most interested in y'all's reading the most and hearing the feedback and like what this is about. Y'all have just such a weird energy going on in your life. Five of Pentacles coming in here with the Two of Swords. I'm girl, Emperor card. This is me trying to like still like dissect. I'm so distracted now. Emperor card coming in for you, Aquarius, on the Page of Cups, and then Five of Wands on that Knight of Swords. And it's interesting because we have like still your weekly energies with that Two of Cups, which is like in terms of your connections. Aquarius, it's like this weird message of you're like having like you're making a bunch of time to do something else, to really put all your focus into overcoming some type of obstacle, especially with that Five of Wands. That Five of Wands is my drama card. It's that card of like obstacles. Queen of Pentacles coming in here. So let me just go into a narrative as like my analogies rather, Aquarius. It's like the sense here where it's just like you're in this Five of Pentacles energy with this Two of Swords where you're just like, I don't know where to go from here, right? And it's been stressing you out and it's like something has to give, right? And so in order for something to give, you have to be in this Emperor energy, kind of like make the call with something and be like, you know what, this just has to go. And then with that Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles energy in the reverse, this lets me know the sense of where it's like, it's like it's as if like you told someone, it's just like, you know what, I can help you out in this way, and then now you have to deal with like your own financial burdens or what have you. Like you have to deal with your own stuff, right? You have to take care of yourself. And I feel like it's like it's like this message you have to have with someone where it's just like, you know what, I care about you, I love you, I want to do this maybe at a later point in time, but you have to take care of yourself right now. You have to focus in on something that tends to your own finances, tends to your own stability. And so I feel like that's like the hard part for you, Aquarius, is where it's just like having to like make that decision of cutting something off that you truly did want to put energy into. So interesting, girl, Aquarius. I'm like so mentally exhausted now from that. That was just like, y'all's readings is so weird to me. So let's see what good things are in the works for y'all, Aquarius, right? What good things are in the works for my beautiful Aquariuses, darling. There was the Page of Wands that was in like on the top of that, but I didn't feel like taking it. We have here the Queen of Pentacles again with the good things in the works. So whatever it is that you end up cutting off to make space, or rather make more time for this thing, whatever it is that you are feeling, you know, let's just say like an analogy, making more time for your art, for example, Aquarius, it pays off for sure. Empress card coming in with the Hierophant. And I feel like that's kind of like the challenge that's presented to you. It's like the test, you know, your commitment's being tested in this way, being like, how badly does Aquarius really want this one specific thing, right? Is Aquarius willing to cut off certain energies? Is Aquarius willing to invest make more time for certain things for this project? Because if they do, it's very profitable, right? I really do see this in a very profitable way if you take that risk. But it's like one of the hardest decision for you is like making the time for that. Interesting. You have the Judgment card coming out. Yeah. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, dolls. Ten of Pentacles coming in with the Hierophant. And then the Nine of Cups clarifying the Empress card. So the Nine of Cups, by definition, is this wish fulfillment. The Ten of Pentacles is that card of extreme stability. Finances looking fabulous, darling. Right now we're getting into finances and just, you know, I would like to say Pentacle energy is just like whatever your main objective is, right? Because Pentacle energy is earth energy, trying to bring it into the earthly realm. You know, whatever your desire is. Aquarius is going to be different. It's going to be different for all my Aquariuses, obviously. Y'all in different facets of your life, Aquariuses. But it's like all based off of you guys making a hard decision with something where, you know, on paper it's just like, it's one of those like that corny saying where it's just like, it's not you, it's me. Like I feel like that's what it is. Some of y'all gonna have to be saying, it's like, it's not you, it's me. I have to do this for myself, for like whatever you. I really want to do this, so don't take this in a bad way, right? But you have to do this one thing, and I feel like it pays off fabulously for you. But you have to make that hard decision of like making yourself not nearly as accessible to other energies, like just taking care of yourself, like putting yourself first in some regard, even if you really so badly wanted to make something work out, Aquarius. crazy reading, Aquarius. Like, I can't even imagine where you guys are at mentally with this if I'm like having this much of a struggle dissecting y'all's reading. So let's see how people are perceiving you at this time, Aquarius, and what their intentions are. Page of Swords coming in here. This doesn't surprise me. Six of Pentacles with the Temperance card. So, you know, hopefully this message helps some of you Aquarius is out in the sense of where people are perceiving you and their intentions towards you. It's like the sense of where if you do have this conversation with this person or persons or this situation, darling, I feel like they're understanding of it. You know, they're willing to be patient towards a Temperance card coming in here. Six of Pentacles. It's this, I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of understanding energy. Like, and I feel like this message is really coming in. I don't even feel like I even need to pull clarifiers for this, but maybe I will. No, I will. I heard I need to. It's like the sense this person or person's extremely understanding of like what it is you have to do, Aquarius, because it's something you feel like you have to do, and I feel like you have to do it as well. Because that's the thing, I'm not getting pain here. There's like, you're not really getting any like heavy cards, darling. It's just like you have to make a hard choice to do something for your own benefit. Chariot card coming in here, the Strength card coming in here, and that's what you need that strength for, you know, girl. It's a full circle moment. And the Magician card, you're trying to create something for yourself. Sun card back, girl. This is a completely wild ride, Aquarius, and now I'm voice cracking, darling. Apparently I'm going through my second or third puberty. This is a wild ride, Aquarius, but somehow we got to the destination, darling. We had our full circle experience with this. I'm glad I pulled some clarifiers. I'm glad I listened, darling. I just see this as an energy where this person's understanding of this, right? They understand that you have to do something for yourself. They see how hard of a decision it is for you, but you have to put your focus on yourself because you're trying to have that sun experience, that sun moment. So yeah, you know, if you're having so many reservations, Aquarius, based off of like how you're worried about the other person receiving this and taking it, I see it being in a pretty positive way. Get out of your head, Aquarius. Get out of your head because it's making my head crazy. But Aquarius, hopefully this reading brought some resonance in some type of way to you. Remember, if you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, darling, my website's always linked down below, simplyvelca.com, darling. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that's just being Simply Velca, honey. And yeah, Aquarius, I'm wishing you so much luck, whatever decisions you end up making, darling. Just know that I'm always going to be on your side rooting for you, free will and all that, darling, right? But I love you, and hopefully I can connect with you sometime in the near future. Miss Tulip is stretching right now, so y'all get to have a little bit of a cameo from Miss Tulip. And she says goodbye. She says goodbye, y'all. I love you guys so much, Aquarius. Okay.